Hello, I'm Dean and welcome to FTTV. Today we're talking about how we talk to each other, how we communicate with each other. So what do I mean by communication? Well, we talk in different ways, don't we? We talk to each other every single day. And some people use different languages. I wonder what languages you know. Do you know this one? Yeah, that's right, it's sign language. I just said good morning. It's how we communicate with people who can't hear very well. Sometimes we use our faces to communicate as well. I'm either telling you with my face that I've really hurt myself or I really need a wee. Actually, I think I'm okay. We always use social media these days as well. We sometimes use Twitter or Facebook or TikTok or WhatsApp or sometimes text messages to communicate with each other. Years ago, people communicated mostly by writing letters, and they'd be carried and delivered all across the country on Pony Express. Cavemen used to communicate with cave paintings. And people sometimes communicate by expressing themselves through dance, art, music or song. None of this is any good if no one is listening or watching you. You're not communicating with anyone. In our story today, some men listened to Jesus and something amazing happened.
Oh, hello. I'm Rod from the Family Trust and I'm just out here. It's a glorious day and I'm working on my boat. I love boats, you know. I've always been interested in boats and I love making boats. And I was thinking, you know, the other day, there's lots of exciting stories in the Bible about boats. I was reading one the other day. Jesus was talking to the people and huge crowds had gathered around, and he was by the lakeside, the Sea of Galilee, and the crowd were kind of pushing him back into the water. So he had an idea. He looked around and there were two boats. They were fishing boats and the fishermen were there mending their nets. Jesus got into one of the boats and he said to Simon, who owned it, "Do you think you could just push out for a bit, because I'd just like to talk to these people?" "Sure," said Simon, and he pushed his boat out. Jesus sat down and he talked to the people. This was perfect. They could all see him and he wasn't too close. Well, when he'd finished, he said to Simon, "Simon, would you push your boat out into deeper water and throw your net over the side?" Have you ever had one of those moments where somebody's told you to do something and you thought, they just don't get it, they don't understand? Peter was a fisherman. He'd fished all his life. He'd been out all night and there were no fish. But he had respect for Jesus and he said to Jesus, "We've been out all night, you know, we haven't caught anything, but if you want, we will." And they pushed the boat out and they dropped their net over the side. And when it came time to pull it back in again, it was amazing. There were so many fish. There was danger of the boat tipping over. Simon called to the other boat, "Can you come and help us? Please come and help us." And they came across and they filled both the boats with fish, and still they were in danger of sinking. Simon looked up at Jesus. "There's something special about this man. Go away," he said. I shouldn't be near you. I'm a sinner." Jesus just laughed. He said to him, "Simon, come, follow me, and from now on you'll be catching men." And they took their boats and they put them on the shore, and when they were safe, they left everything behind and followed Jesus.
So the men in the story, they listened to Jesus and followed his instructions, and something amazing did happen. They were so excited about what Jesus was telling them, they decided to follow him and learn more. Christians believe that Jesus is special, and if we listen carefully to what he's trying to tell us, then we can discover more about him. We can also learn to listen to each other and help each other to serve God. If we listen carefully to each other, we can understand other people much better. And we can work as a team, just as Jesus did with his followers. Have a think now about who you communicate with each day. Does good communication help us to work together? What about people we don't see every day or who live a long way away? Does communicating with them show you care? Okay, I'm going to say a prayer now to finish off our time together. And if you agree with our prayer, don't forget to join in with a big amen at the end. So here we go. Dear God, thank you that you gave us ears to listen with, a mouth, a body and faces to communicate with. Help us to listen to each other and to work together as a team. Amen. Brilliant. Now let's remember our mystery box. Don't forget there might be something in there today to help us with what we've been talking about. Let's have a look inside. Aha! There's a mobile phone. I can use this right now to help me communicate with my friends. See you later.